3 p.m. November 16th, 2020, and welcome to the weather update. We're going to go through some of the damage reports first from last night's storms, and we're going to get started here with Orange County, New York. In Huguenot, blown transformer with wires down near US 209. Thunderstorm wind damage also in Orange, tree down near State Route 25 and Geo Road in Montgomery. In Essex, New Jersey, thunderstorms wind damage at the tree down on a house along Underwood Street in Newark. Time estimated by radar. In Weston, Connecticut, in Fairfield County, large branches down, greater than 2 inches in diameter. Thunderstorm wind gust in West Orange in Essex County, New Jersey of 60 miles an hour. Thunderstorm wind damage in Glen Rock, which is in Bergen County, power lines and trees down on Thurston Terrace, time estimated by radar. Thunderstorm wind damage in Garnerville, New York, and Rockland County. Spotter reported large tree down on a house in Garnerville, time estimated by the radar. In New Durham, New Jersey, in Hudson County, power outage and tree down across the road near 43rd Street and Meadowview Avenue in North Bergen. In Babbitt, New Jersey, tree down near 88th Street and Tunnel Avenue. So it seems like a lot of these reports are coming in from New Jersey. In Arcola, tree down on a home near Forsythia Lane. Tree time estimated by the radar. A wind gust of 60 miles an hour reported at Newark Airport. A wind gust of 70 miles an hour reported at the Robbins Reef site. This is right by Staten Island, St. George. Thunderstorm wind damage in Fort Lee in Bergen County. Power outages and trees down near Fort Lee. In Chelsea, downed scaffolding in Manhattan at 18th Street and 7th Avenue. In Washington Heights, downed scaffolding at West 179th Street and St. Nicholas Avenue. A wind gust of 62 miles an hour at LaGuardia. Thunderstorm wind damage in Beechhurst in Queens. So it looks like Long Island has escaped a lot of the damage. Thunderstorm wind damage also in Woodcliff Lake in Bergen. Wires down across the road at Highview Avenue. Tree and debris across the tracks near New Hyde Park. That actually made it onto the storm reports. So it was tree with debris. It was a down tree with debris across the tracks in New Hyde Park. That's what caused the railroad to be suspended last night. Again, because it's the main line. Train spotter report trees and power lines down in Fairfield and Old Greenwich in Fairfield County. Wind gust of 40 miles an hour at JFK. That's not too bad compared to some of the other damage. Wind gusts. Amity Harbor also had a 40 mile an hour wind gust. A gust of 52 miles an hour by Round Beach, Connecticut. A wind gust of 61 miles an hour at Bridgeport Airport. In Stony Brook, thunderstorm wind damage with a tree down on a home. In New Haven, trees down across the city, New Haven, Connecticut. Durham, Connecticut, large tree blocking the road. Wind gust of 41 miles an hour in eastern Mauritius. Wind gust of 43 miles an hour in New Haven. Wind gust of 40 miles an hour in East Mauritius. Thunderstorm wind damage in Calverton with trees down on Lauren Road, Jakes Lane, and Middle Country Road. And in East Patchogue, a tree snapped and uprooted on Ocean Avenue. In Riverhead, a tree down on Union Avenue. And New Groton, Connecticut, wind gust of 41 miles an hour and a wind gust of 65 miles an hour by Stonington. This was on the water. So the strongest winds seem to be on the water, basically, with these wind gusts. So curious if Mount Holly has provided any links to storm reports, and they have not surprisingly. Not even going to read them. I guess they don't even have any links. So let's go back to our weather service page, and we'll look at the current conditions outside. It's not that cold out. It's very windy. It's down to 53 now, but we got up there. We're going to look at our weather viewer right now. We're looking at some of the current conditions. You can see it's still very windy out there. Wind gusts up to 25 5 miles an hour. Nothing that's going to cause damage, but temperatures are in the mid-50s across Long Island, fairly uniform with that very strong west wind. But again, it looked like highs were only going to be in the low 50s, so we're in the mid-50s across the island right now. And if we go look at New York City, same deal, mid-50s. But if we go into New Jersey, it's even warmer than that. I saw some readings near 60 around here. 55 right now in Toms River, 58 in Coyle Field. It's 59 in Atlantic City. Oh, it's in Gretna Airport. But let me put the high temperatures up here so we'll see what the high temperatures were today. So mid-50s across the island, but yeah, upper 50s. More like upper 50s in Toms River. But in New Jersey, and mid-50s in the city, and cooler as you head north and west, upper 40s there. But still, we were forecasting temperatures around 50, so we were above that today. Once again, you can see we had a few clouds around, plenty of sun, but I opted not to go to the Pine Barrens today. I did not have the energy. I'll probably go on Wednesday again. But you can see here are all the clouds that are just to our north. But we've had some scattered clouds over the area, but nothing really, nothing really that's going to cause too many impacts. Okay, let's go look at the latest with Iota, and it's intensified quite a bit. Oh, it's a Category 5. What do you know? It overperformed again. It overperformed again. It went to Category 5. None of the models were predicting this. None of the models were predicting this. So let's go to the latest on Iota. Category 5 Iota, headed for Nicaragua. Expected to bring catastrophic winds, life-threatening storm surge, and torrential rainfall to Central America. As of 1 p.m., its location is 13.5 north, 82.3 west, about 65 miles west of Isla de Providencia, Colombia, at about 80 miles east-southeast of Puerto, CABEZAS, Nicaragua. Maximum sustained winds are 160 miles an hour. That's incredible. Moving west at 9 miles an hour. Minimum central pressure is 918 millibars, 27.11 inches. So maximum sustained winds remain near 160 miles an hour. And it's going to forecast to continue to be a catastrophic Category 5 until it rapidly weakens once it makes landfall. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 35 miles from the center. And tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 150 miles from the center. This is crazy to see such a strong storm this late in the season. So let's go to the latest. I mean, we can look at the map if you want, the forecast map. But I mean, everybody was saying, oh, it was going to come a Cat 4. But once again, it just every storm this year, we've just seen this overperformance. So a landfall looks like it's expected sometime. I wish they would have like a little time arrow here to tell you what the time the landfall will be. Sometime tonight. And this is going to be a major disaster once again for Nicaragua and Honduras. This is unbelievable. You can see the hurricane warnings are in effect again. So let's take a look at this thing on the satellite because it just looks incredible. Look at this thing. I mean, look at this thing. This is really a monster of a storm. Look at that literally perfect eye right there. That's just unbelievable. That's just unbelievable. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I'm just left speechless by it. Let's take a look at the visible high resolution so we can take a look and see what it looks like on the visible. There's that eye. Oh, it's so clear. That eye is so clear. Wow. Look at that thing. That's unbelievable. Sorry, I'm not saying anything because I'm just shocked that I'm seeing such a strong storm in November. Unbelievable. Wow. Sorry, I'm not saying anything. I just can't believe this storm. Anyway, I just get out of my shocked state of mind here over this because it's just shocking to see. I want to look at another satellite image of this as well. So let's go to the Caribbean, Gulf of Mexico. Oh, this is south of that. Okay. I mean, this is really far south, too. It's unusual to see this. Use the tropical Atlantic one. You get to see it here in the corner here. But the best, as far as they don't offer a floater here. Maybe they do. Storms. Oh, yeah, here. So you can get it here, too. Here you go. This thing is a monster. It's a monster. Unbelievable. Just look at it again in the enhanced infrared. Which one is the one that we're using here? Oh, I think it's long wave, right? Is this the one? Yeah. So, man. All right. It's unbelievable. I'm going to look at the models for that. That's just incredible. Just incredible. Seeing things that you'd never thought you'd see. Anyway, let's take a look at the weather in our neck of the woods for the next week or so. So, we'll first look at the upper air pattern. And you'll see that we have a trough that's in the east, so it's going to get even worse. Sorry, something stuck in my throat there. And you can see very deep trough. Secondary Arctic front moves through tomorrow. The deep trough pulls out, and then we have a ridge by the weekend, and we kind of set up in that ridge pattern for a while. And we would have to wait until the end of the month for the next trough to come through. So after that, we don't know what's going to happen. All right. So let's go take a look at the surface here. This is the GFS. Can look at the European as well, I guess. Similar idea, and then we got the ridge after that. So it is giving us some kind of cutoff low that's going to move through later on. So let's go back to the GFS here. And we're going to look at the surface. So we're on the edge of this high that's building in right now. And you can see there's going to be a wave. A cold front comes through tomorrow. That's going to usher in the really cold air for Wednesday. And should give us some nice weather. Sunny, but very cold. And then the high moves offshore, and then you see we got that ridge. But as far as chances for precipitation, might be a chance of a snow shower tomorrow. We're going to look at that in a moment when we get a little closer to it. But you can see the ridge. It looks like something tries to form over here, too. There'll be more storms, you know it. And we've had the next chance for precipitation will be dry until probably next Monday. So the good news is it stays dry for the most part. We don't see any big rainmakers until we get toward maybe the end of the month, maybe with that next cold front. But other than that, it stays fairly dry for the most part. Unfortunately for the Pacific Northwest, it'll be typical for them with the rain and snow. And unfortunately in Washington and Oregon now, they have banned indoor dining because of the rapidly rising case numbers. I'm worried that's going to happen here too if the case numbers get out of control. But that's a whole nother topic. So let's still speechless over Iota. Sorry. Still speechless over it. let's look at the NAM and the HRRR and see how that handles things. So this is the, all right, because I'm doing the weather update earlier, I don't have access to the models as long as I normally do. So this is only goes out to 11Z, so we're going to have to use the 12Z run. So here's the 12Z run, and you can see here some snow showers that might try to some snow showers or rain showers that might try to make it through with that front. Then it forms a wave way out there. I don't know if that's extratropical or tropical. Who knows? Probably extratropical, I would assume. But then the high builds in, so you get an idea that we may have a slight chance of a rain or snow shower tomorrow. Slight. But the temperatures are going to rapidly drop. So let me go back to GFS, which we do have more in of. Excuse me. I really got to get an air purifier in this place. Allergies just act up like crazy. All right, so let's go to the temperatures. You'll see what's going to happen. So temperatures will drop tonight and drop into the upper 30s and low 40s, and tomorrow you'll start seeing those temperatures drop with that front coming through. We got the mid 40s for highs, but then by evening we're dropping to freezing, and then Wednesday we're going to struggle to make it up to 40 degrees, and then we drop again, probably upper 20s, low 30s, except maybe in the Pine Barrens where there's better radiational cooling, it might drop well into the 20s. Thursday we recover into the mid 40s, and then by Friday we're back above normal again with 50s and plenty of warm weather for the weekend again. So look at the dew points as well. It won't be an issue because it's going to get dry. You can see this is going to be very dry air that's going to be coming down. You can see that. So we'll look at the clouds. And you see tomorrow we'll have more clouds around with that wave, that like a clipper type of system, Alberta clipper, kind of low coming through there. And then for Wednesday, we should have mostly sunny skies, maybe a few pop-up clouds just from instability maybe, but it should be a nice sunny day. Thursday, we'll see an increase in the amount of high clouds around, as well as Friday and into the week. Well, Saturday looks fairly sunny, but mild. So we'll look at the NAM as well with that. And again, I'll have to use the 12Z for that. So again, we're just going to look at Wednesday. And so Wednesday looks fairly nice and clear. So it should be a beautiful day, although chilly. So I think that's going to wrap up this weather update. There's a lot going on, especially with Iota. I'm shocked at it becoming a Category 5. I couldn't believe that it would get that strong again, but it seems like every hurricane wants to become a Category 5 this year. All right, I'll keep you posted on Iota. Have a great day.